relax. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. And slowly opening the eyes. We're going to take our belt or our scarf. I'm just going to throw it over one shoulder. And then we're going to reach under with one hand onto the scarf or the belt. Just trying to bring that top elbow up towards the ceiling without displacing the head in any way. Deep breathing here. And we're going to switch sides. And release. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our knees. And if you can, tuck the toes, okay? It might be a little bit uncomfortable to sit back, but we'll try to tuck the toes. The knees are out wide, the toes are tucked if possible. If it gets too strenuous on the toes, you just come up for a moment to release the pressure. And leave the scarf to one side. We're going to interlace our fingers now. Palms up towards the ceiling. We're doing 2 little circles. And switching sides. And releasing down. Okay, we're going to release the feet now. And just tap them out. Okay, let's come up to standing. If you have a wall handy, you bring yourself to the wall. Bring one hand to the wall. And you're just going to start to walk away from your shoulder. Just as much as is manageable for you without overstraining. And come back in, switch arms. So just observe if there's one shoulder that's tougher than the other. And come back in. Bring the hand a little bit higher. And then we're going to try and move around. So if your palm comes off the wall, that's okay. We're just going to try and move around the hand. So my hand kind of turns, yeah? Let's do that again. And we'll do the other side. And release. Okay, so we're going to just bring our hands to the wall now. And we're kind of coming down into a slightly bigger than an L shape. And we're going to just dip down in the chest. And then push back up. And dip down in the chest. And push back up. Continuing on like this, without overstraining. And slowly coming up and off the wall. We're going to interlace our fingers now behind our backs. We're going to bend our knees quite a bit. And then we're just going to bring the arms over. And then releasing the hands. We're going to roll up from here. So I want you to think about your spine and all its parts and try to uncurl yourself. And release. So feet nice and wide. We're going to do circles now with the hips. Try to make them as wide as possible. And going back as well as going forwards and also going to the sides. And switching direction. And coming back into center. Taking the feet nice and wide, toes out. As again, like last week, like squats, but nice and gentle, yeah? So we're just bending and straightening. So we bend, and then we use the glutes and the hamstrings to squeeze to lift us up. Hands can be here. And there's a lot going on in this movement, just to really feel it in the hips and thighs, quads, hamstrings, glutes are working. Really make sure to squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes to bring yourself back up and kind of push into the heel. And really activating a lot of muscles there. We're keeping it gentle. And release. Okay, so we'll get to our sun salutations. Inhaling, reaching up. And we're going to keep it nice and soft today. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step the feet back and lower down to the floor. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, lift the hips up. If you want to make any movements here, you can. And walking or stepping to the top of the mat. Inhaling, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, push into the feet, bring yourself up. And exhale, arms down. Inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhaling, back. Lower down. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, hips up and back. And walking, stepping or jumping forwards. Inhale, lifting head and chest. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhaling, come up. And exhale. Inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhaling, back. Lower. Inhaling, arch. Exhale, hips up. Walking, stepping, or jumping forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, come up. And exhale. So I'm going to get you to do 2 more by yourself. And from here, taking the feet just a little bit wider, hands to waist, we're just going to fold over the legs and bring the hands to the floor. So the legs might be a little bit bent, that's all right. Make sure that the spine can lengthen, that the head is relaxed, allowing the neck to relax. And then you might be able to bring the weight more to the balls of the feet and bring the hips up more. And then from here, a little bend in the knees if there isn't already. We're going to uncurl, so pulling the belly in and really try to feel each vertebra of the spine. Head coming up last. And then just rolling the shoulders out. We're going to take our left foot back, left toes turn out, and we're going to go down our right side for our triangle. Make sure that you're not collapsing all your weight onto that right hand. Try to work quite a bit to hold yourself up. And come up, inhaling. Turn the feet and exhale down the other side. Inhale, come up. Take the feet wider now. Then bend the right leg. Extend the arms out to the right hand. Then taking the forearm to the thigh. And left arm goes over. Strong back leg. Opening up towards the ceiling. And coming back into your warrior, then straightening that leg. And we're going to fold. We're going to interlace the fingers again here. And we're going to fold forwards. And then bringing your hands to your waist, inhale, come up. We're going to turn the left foot now and take our warrior on the left side. And then bringing the left forearm to the thigh, stretch the right arm up. And then from here, we're going to take that top hand and we're going to bring it to the floor. And we're going to turn our back foot so we're up on our back toes. And then reach that left arm up. And then bringing that left hand down. We're going to bring our left knee down and bring our left foot out to the side slightly. And then bring that left knee back. Bring the right foot forwards and place the left hand on the floor, press and lift that back knee. And then bring that back knee down, shimmy that foot out to the side, and taking our lizard pose on this side. And then we're going to bring our right hand to the outside of the foot, bring that that right knee in a bit. We're going to come up to bring our hands to the front knee. And you can pull yourself a little bit more forwards here if possible. And then bringing the fingertips down, we're just going to push that heel up and toes up towards the ceiling. And then bringing that foot back, we'll bring the other one forwards. And coming up onto the knee of this left side. And taking those toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe bring the heel a little bit more forwards. Fingertips on the floor. And then bringing that leg back. So we're going to find our all fours position now. Toes are tucked under, feet are hip distance apart. And now we're just going to lift the knees like maybe an inch off the floor. And hold it there. Slowly bring them down. We're going to repeat 2 more times, 5 breaths each. Lifting up again. And bring it down. 1 more time. Squeeze the belly in. And releasing down. Untucking the toes, sitting back on the heels. So we're going to bring our arms out. And we're going to be like, as if we're like pushing and pulling, yeah? So we're pushing and pulling back, pushing and pulling back. And again, interlacing the fingers behind. We're going to roll forward. So for this, you want to tuck the toes under. Then we're going to bring the arms over. And then see if you can reach the floor with the head. The hips can come up as much as you like. And then bring yourself back. And coming down. Okay. So we're kind of coming down to a seated position. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Just shaking the knees out. Release the hips. And then we're going to fold over the legs. And inhaling, come up. I'm going to stretch the legs out now. We're going to go into our boat pose. So you might be here, you might be holding under the knees. Make sure you feel some level of work happening, yeah? And release for a moment. Okay, so we're going to do it with a little bit more dynamic movement. So we're going to be here, and then we're going to try and go away, bring the torso away from the legs, yeah? Within our ability today. So just not feeling you need to go crazy far, just as far as is manageable. And rest for a moment. We'll do another repetition of that. Okay, coming up again, finding your position, and then starting to move away and together. Away and together. And release. Good. Okay, bending the right leg, placing the foot next to the left thigh. Reach up, creating a length in the torso. Reaching up and then folding forwards, wherever the hands might reach. Slowly coming up, and we'll switch legs. Reaching up, and then folding forwards. And slowly coming up. Okay, so we're going to come to a lying position. I'll just show you the poses first. So the first one will cross the right foot on top of the left leg, placing the heel on the thigh just above the knee. And then if you need to make it more intense, you would start to lift the bottom foot and find a position that is sufficient amount of challenge there, a sufficient amount of stretch. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And then we're going to try to go into our happy baby from here. So you want to have the knees like next to the torso, and you want to have the feet more or less kind of up towards the ceiling. So you get that opening. So you might be more down on your ankles or your shins. That's also fine, as long as you're feeling that similar action. So we'll start with this one with the right foot crossed over, and then you'll increase the intensity by lifting the left foot off the floor. Some people like to interlace their fingers behind that left thigh and kind of lift the head and the chest up. So kind of hold here. It's up to you. And gently releasing down, and we'll switch over to the other leg. And releasing. And now we'll take our happy baby. So bending the legs, letting the knees come wide, bringing the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling as you kind of press downwards. And releasing the legs, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And we're just going to bring the knees into the chest. We're going to bring them over to one side. Just holding there with the left hand, holding the knees. And then helping them back in if needs be. We're going to roll over to the other side. And coming back in. Bring the feet down to the floor again, nice and wide, slightly wider than hip distance. And just moving the knees from one side to the other. And then directly here, you can just stretch the legs out and take your relaxation. Lying back, making sure that you're comfortable, adjusting the body whatever way it needs to be adjusted to be able to release and let go in this position. And take a big breath in, sighing it out on the exhale. And again, big breath in. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Just letting the body come to stillness. And we'll do a scan, starting with the feet, working our way up to the top of the head. Just letting go of any tension that you don't need. Soles of the feet, toes, heels, ankles, shins, calves, knees, backs of the knees, thighs, backs of the thighs, groin, buttocks, hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, all of the fingers, back of the neck, throat, chin, jaws, mouth, nose, cheekbones, eyes, temples, ears, forehead, scalp, face, all of the back of the body, all of the front of the body, all of the body. All of the body. Starting to wake yourself up gently. Moving fingers and toes. And finding your way up to sitting when you're ready.